Hello, here's my trade recap from yesterday, which is 14th of April, which I took on YM. That was on indices pre-market open, so let me go into the analysis. So when I was on a daily chart on Nasdaq, I could see that we're just blasting through the highs, but we don't have any like specific draw that we can target. Because you see, price has taken the previous daily high and it's not reversing from it. But even if we was to trade it higher, it's just that there's no um, close proximity draw. So that was like really put off for me to trade NQ and ES. But when I was on YM had very good draws, as you can see here. A lot of failure swings. So when the daily chart is not really clear, I go into 12-hour time frame. Sometimes you might see a gap where price can trade away from. You see, it's not even let me check. Yes, YM. So as you can see, YM was in the gap, creating this SMT fill with NQ and ES. Here we are. And so my trade idea was YM to catch up to NQ and ES for these highs, as you can see. There is little SMT at the top, but we wouldn't count that as a SMT because this is failure swing SMT. As you can see, there's a lot of highs here which needs to be taken, which price definitely acts as a magnet for the price to come. So this SMT would not count. And to see how the daily time frame, daily framework is forming, so I'll go into 4-hour time frame to see what's going on. So they open low, as you can see, which is which ticks the box for open high close rules. Daily opens low, creating that first stage SMT on a 4-hour time frame, as you can see, with NQ and ES. Here we go, just the first stage, Kraken correlation, and the second stage we can find it on 1-hour time frame, where it creates strength switch SMT, where the asset that was weaker now turning stronger to catch up to these highs, and ES and NQ was turning weaker for YM to help YM to catch up, basically. Here we go. So we had two stages empty at the lows. Now essentially, as expansion already occurred, and what I'm looking for a gap on a lower time frame, so I could trade a universal sequence to these highs. So I'll go into 30-minute time frame. Let me see if I do have the gap. Yeah, I think there was a gap with Ink. That's not a gap. Wait, was it on RTY? Yeah, there was a gap with RTY here. So all I was waiting for was SMT fill with a gap. Which we do actually have that. So you see ES is taking the previous 30-minute candle low, and YM has taken that low as well. Not taking that low, but SMT creates SMT. And all I need to see is now the lower time frame, 3 minutes CASD, to see if price is reversing from this low. As you can see, price is reversing, but lower time frame is horrible. I don't know why I've taken this trade, to be honest. I think I've rushed it, but so I've taken the trade here. My stop loss was below this low, and my TP was around here, expecting the driver to basically take me to the highs. Yeah, I shouldn't have taken this trade because why? We want immediate expansion after manipulation, but you see this is just consolidation. We wouldn't want to trade consolidation CISDs. So yeah, that was the main problem with this trade, but it ends up going higher, and this is where I go break even. yeah, this is where I got break even, and it just takes me out to break even. Yeah, but trade ends up going anyways, because why? The driver is manipulating now these lows, because price most likely needs to manipulate these lows before going to the highs. So that's what driver does. Driver manipulates the lows, creates another SMT, just takes to the highs. I was about to re-enter here. Okay, I was about to re-enter here on 1 minute time frame, but there was no like proper CASD for me to enter. Even if I was to enter this, let's say, it wouldn't give me 2R to the draw, so that's why I didn't take this trade. But yeah,